Question 7, use the similar figures below to answer the following questions. The pre-image is the smaller triangle and the image is the larger. So what's the scale factor? And then now we have x, y, z. So scale factor is image over pre-image. It's the new over the old length. So let's see what they're talking about here. So we're looking at two triangles, a small triangle and a big triangle. I'm going to make this bigger because I'm old and can't see that. So we have the big triangle, which I'm going to redraw there. And then we have the small triangle, which I'm going to redraw just so I can see them separately. So my big triangle, this is y, and then 14.4 and 14.4. And my small triangle, this is z and 5 and 8. And x is there. I'm going to look at that one later. Let's just start with z and y and get our scale factor. Okay, so the pre-image is the smaller triangle. That's our original. It's our old. And then the image is the large triangle. That's our new. So scale factor, let's line up our sides. New over old. So 14.4 over z. And then I have new over old. So y over 5. Then my last side, 14.4 over 8. And that's the one that's going to tell us our scale factor. That's the one without variables. So 14.4 divided by 8 is 1.8. So our scale factor is 1.8, and we're going to use that to solve for our variables. So let's start with y, just because it's right there. To solve for y, I'm going to times both sides by 5. So y is 1.8 times 5, which is 9. Now let's get z. So I'm going to pull this and this together. I got to move that. I'm going to run out of room on this one. So 14.4 over z equals the scale factor, which reduces to 1.8. To get rid of the fraction, we multiply by the denominator on both sides. So I have 14.4 equals 1.8z. Now to get z by itself, I divide by 1.8. So that one's kind of weird. You multiply, then divide. But the whole point is to get rid of the fraction and to get z by itself. So that is 8. Okay, so now I know y is 9, z is 8. And now I can see what x is, right? Well, x I could have figured out before, but I just skipped it. So if this whole length is 14.4, and we know that's 8, to find x, we're just going to take the full length and minus the part we know. So 14.4 minus 8 is 6.4. Because those two values have to add to 14.4. Okay, now we type everything in. So 1.8, 6.4, I forgot, 9.8. I was going to say 8.9. Good thing I checked.